Recast. Hey, everybody. My name is Marcus C. Williams. And yesterday, we had elected officials come down here, right in the heart of downtown, stand in front of this sign, and tell us that crime was bad. These are the same elected officials that are the ones that are supposed to be preparing the way for our future and improving our communities. They came out of their mouth and they did everything but accept any onus or responsibility for themselves. They blamed the community and the community members. They blamed everything else. They blamed the pastors and they blamed the schools. The only people that didn't get mentioned in that, they blamed the police too, but they didn't mention themselves. We had one of our state assembly people, Demond Meeks, down here. He's the one who passes the laws and does the budget. So all of the money that's going places that we don't want it, or the money that we would like to see put in diversion programs for children or for after-school programs for the youth, he's the reason why it's not there. He's also the reason why the laws haven't been changed that are impacting our community, like raise the age and bail reform, that are allowing criminals to get out and run amok. You can do almost any type of crime and you won't do any time. And they had the nerve to come down here and play on people's sympathies yesterday over people's lost loved ones. That level of foolery and charlatanism is reprehensible. They are destroying our future. They are stealing our future. They are stealing from us as individuals, as citizens. They are stealing the future from the children. And they got the nerve to blame it on you or me, but nothing to do with the laws that have been passed and the laws that they refuse to change. Nothing to do with any of that. Then we had Senator Jeremy Cooney over here talking about, we need more resources. We need more resources. Well, you're in the Senate. You're in control of the laws. You can allocate the funds for the resources. You've been in office 2 terms. Where are the resources, Jeremy? Where are the resources, Demond? Where are these resources that you're saying our community needs if you're the people who write the laws and you're the people who pass the budget? It's on you. It's not on the community. Stop blaming people in the community. It's our elected officials that continue to go and lie to the public. They don't care what impacts, whose families are hurt, whose pockets are hurting. They could give a good golly gosh about you. They don't care about you. They don't care about me. We don't matter to them, but you matter to me. I might not have a lot of money. I might not have a lot of resources. I might not be in some illustrious government office, but I've got a voice, and I am more than willing to share it on behalf of the public and the citizens in our community. Nobody is speaking up for us. And when our elected officials come out, all they do is blame the public. Demond Meeks got up here last night and said, oh, well, there's nothing that can be done inside of the system to change anything that's going on. But you're inside the system, Demond. You're in the state assembly. If you're in the system and you can't do anything there, step down. Step down. You step down. You just gave yourself a 29% pay raise and you telling us that you can't do nothing? Why are you taking our money if you can't do nothing? Step down. Cooney, come out here and play in people's face. Cooney's office is right back here. All of the people who's lost loved ones, myself included, friends, family, students that I've lost, it's unacceptable. And it's not just to the shootings and the stabbings and stuff like that. It's to the, excuse me, I'm getting a little bit of feelings. It's due to the opioid crisis as well. All these drugs that are pervading our streets. Okay? Where are the laws for the hardship drug trafficking? Where are the laws for the hardship sentences on drug trafficking? What are you actually doing? Y'all drawing your paycheck. Y'all come out here. Y'all play in our face. And then you blame everything on the community except no responsibility. You got no solution. only people that we really deal with, that we give money behind the scenes and in front of the scenes. Y'all fake. You're phony. And I'm god dang it sick of it. I'm absolutely tired of the reprehensible behavior from our elected officials on the state level. They pass the laws, they pass the budget, and they know that you don't know what their job is, so they come out in the public and pretend like they doing something when really they sitting up in Albany and passing all types of laws that are not in your best interest, but are in their own best interest. And like Cooney said, he doesn't care about the people in our community. He cares about bringing in people from outside of Rochester into Rochester, because Rochester is too stuck on itself and we still view ourselves as an old company town. He said this in the City magazine 2 years ago. Go look it up. I'm not making this stuff up. Go look it up. Go look up the article in the City magazine. He said that. And he's elected by our people in our community, and he's talking about he wants to do stuff for other people that don't even live here, that didn't even vote for him, instead of focusing on our community and our people. I might seem mad. I might seem a little bit upset. It's because I am severely perturbed, okay? I am vehemently, beyond any reason of reasonability, to be able to deal with these people coming out and playing in the face of our citizens every time we see them. How many murders have we had? We just had like 4 or 5 of them in the last 3 days. And I'm not even talking about the mass shooting. How many stabbings have we had in the last 24 hours? We're up to like 7 in 24 hours. They tried to run over cops 3 times in 2 different instances yesterday. This is the crime and the violence that is affecting and impacting our community that we have to deal with every day, while our elected officials on the state level that pass the laws are absolutely nowhere to be found. And when they come out, they refuse to accept any responsibility. All they do is play in your face. I'm sick and tired of it. I'm fed up. Like I said, I might not have a ton of resources. I might not have a ton of money. I might not have a ton of financial connections to all of these other people. And I might not be dishing out millions of dollars to my friends and the people that have donated to my campaign and stuff like these people. But I care. I have a heart and I have a voice. And I'm willing to speak up for our community. I'm willing to speak up for our city, and I'm willing to speak up for our state as we continue to get pooped on by our elected officials. It's so frustrating because they come out here, they know the schools are terrible. They know the schools are terrible. What are they doing about the schools? 0. And we know that the less likely you are to be successful in school means that you're more likely to go out and not be able to become much of nothing in society. So you're more likely to turn to a life of crime. We got the 2nd highest budget for the school district in Rochester, and we got the 2nd lowest proficiency rate. You explain to me how nobody's stealing that money. You explain to me how those resources aren't getting to the children that need it. I love you too, brother. Thank you. I appreciate you. God bless you too, brother. It's insane that we have to deal with this and we have to tolerate this. They come out and they play in our face. They get on the radio and they play in our face. They go on the news and they play in our face. And they tell you everything's okay. They tell you, do not believe your lying eyes. You didn't see what happened. You don't see all the crime. The crime ain't happening. These police ain't zooming down the street right now. You hear these police? You hear these police? You see this? This is what we deal with every day. This is what we deal with every single day. This is the reality of what's going on in Rochester and in New York State. But they play in your face and they tell you it's not happening. I'm sick and tired of it. They're stealing from you. They're stealing from me. They're stealing our tax dollars, okay? They're stealing our tax dollars to benefit themselves. We have the highest paid state legislature in the nation. And they just gave themselves a 29% pay raise. Jeremy Cooney and Damon Meeks. What is going on? Why is nobody talking about them giving themselves a pay raise? Then Damon got the nerve to get out here with his crocodile tears, talking about, oh, we can't do anything inside the system. It can only be changed from outside the system. Well, stop drawing a check. Get out of there. If you can't do nothing, we don't need you in there. You ain't doing nothing for us. You see all these illegal firearms being used in all of these crimes? What have you done to lock up these criminals? Nothing. You see that we got these laws that are allowing criminals to run wild. You see that we got these laws that are letting rapists out of jail same day. You see that we got home invasions going on. What are you doing to hold these criminals accountable? Nothing. Because y'all the biggest criminals. The state assembly is the biggest criminals. The state senators is the biggest criminals. Not only are they using our tax money as a slush fund, they're telling you in your face that they can't do nothing to help the community when they're the ones who make the daggone laws. Tell me that's not wrong. That's so jacked up, y'all. They're stealing our future and playing in our face. They've made it so our kids don't have anything to look forward to in the future. We already know that we have one of the areas that has the largest issue of wealth disparity, and it continues to get worse. And it's all because our state assembly and our state senators decide that they want to prioritize other people than the people that actually live in our community. And who's going to stand up for us? It's not them. They telling us that nothing can be done. So that's why I'm out here right now. That's why I'm speaking up. I might not have a lot of resources like they do. I might not be in power like they are, but I have a voice and I'm going to use it because I care, because you matter to me. My community matters to me. My state matters to me, but it doesn't matter to them. But they more than willing to get out here yesterday and try to get them some favor for this election that's coming up, playing on people's sympathies because people's family members died. It's despicable and disgraceful. Then we got Damon Meeks getting up here with his daggone crocodile tears. Talking about, oh, well, I might have could have lost somebody there too. Ain't you supposed to be a strong man? What you got crocodile tears for? Your people ain't get shot up. They not dead. They perfectly fine and they wasn't even there when it happened. And you sitting out here with crocodile tears. Talking about, You out here playing and then you take the Lord's name in vain. Talking about, oh, we're going to call on Jesus and God and all of this nonsense. Disgraceful, distasteful, and God will not be mocked. Y'all get out here and y'all act like y'all Christians. You're fake. You're phony. Stop calling on the name of God. You liars. And nobody will call you out about it, but I will. I'm sick of it because you're not doing nothing. I talked to all of y'all, all of the assembly people, all of the senators. I've talked to them in person to their face and begged them as a grown man, I've begged them to change these laws that are allowing these criminals to run wild, to change the laws that allow drug dealers to continue to traffic drugs into our communities. And they tell us everything is fine and they refuse to do anything. Frankly, thank you, sister. Frankly, I'm sick and tired of it, bro. I've sent emails. I've done protests in front of their offices. I've left notes. I've called them. Okay, I've done every single thing within reason. Now it's time to be unreasonable because they're not being reasonable with us. They shit on the police, excuse my language, but those are the people that we need in our neighborhoods to protect us. I got so much crime and violence in my neighborhood, and y'all out here defunding the police, telling the police they caca poo-poo, okay? And I call the police in case somebody's bleeding out in front of my house, and they don't come there for 30, 40 minutes because there ain't no freaking police. Who's at fault for that? Okay? What y'all doing? We got people getting run through with machetes like it's the Pirates of the Caribbean and we in New York State. What is going on here? We got home invasions like it's the cartel acting up here. What is going on here? Why is nothing being done? Why are they telling us that they can't do anything when they're the ones that make the daggone laws? Come on now. They got to be held accountable. In November, they're all up for re-election. They all need to be replaced. I'm running for state assembly for the same area that Demond Meeks is representing right now. The majority of the city and the whole town of Gates, okay? If you turn on the TV and there's crime or there's a drug overdose, that's the district that I'm in, 137. We've got the highest rate of violent crime and drug overdoses in the whole daggone state outside of New York City. What's Demond doing? What's Cooney doing? What's being done for our people? We got the worst quality of education for our public school system here. What are they doing for us? Small businesses are getting absolutely no assistance from these people. What's going on here? We see small businesses in my neighborhood closing left and right. We see a whole bunch of boarded up stores, closed down windows, and stuff like that because businesses are being robbed left and right. And nobody's doing anything. You go to Walgreens, everything's locked up. You can't even get nothing. You got to wait 20 minutes for the one person that's still willing to work there because they get robbed so often, don't nobody want to work there. So you got to wait 20 minutes for one person that's working there to get one bottle of lotion out of the cabinet. If you want to buy a thing of toothpaste too, that's another 15 minutes. And I say it like a joke, but that's not funny because that's what we live through on a daily basis. And our elected officials in the state assembly are telling us that everything's fine. I'm sick of it. I'm sick of them stealing from our future. I'm sick of them stealing from our children. I'm sick of it. I'm sick of them telling us in the community that it's our fault and them taking no responsibility or no onus on themselves. I didn't sign a bill to allow criminals to run wild. If it was me, I'd put in to change the bills that are allowing all of these criminals out on the street the same day. I'd put in a bill to change the raise the age laws that are letting these 18 and under children, young men, young women, okay, run amok, stabbing up people, doing home invasions, okay, busting the old ladies upside her head at the bus stop. This happened yesterday. Busting the old lady upside her head at the bus stop, stealing her purse. That's what's going on a daily basis in our community. But who's talking about it? Not them. They don't care. We don't matter to them. But you matter to me. There's a lot of stuff that can be done on the state assembly level and the state senate level because they are the people that pass the laws. They are the people that do the budget. They can change what's going on. They can hold these criminals in jail. Okay? The criminals don't have to continually get released. Then they'll blame it on the judges. Oh, it's all the fault of the judges. But the judges can only do up to what the law allows them to do. So if the judges aren't holding these people, that means that the laws have made it where they don't have to hold these people. Come on now, stop playing in my face. I talked to Letitia James, the Attorney General, in her face about that. And she said, oh, well, it's the judges. And I said to her, I said, but you're the Attorney General. You're the highest law official in this land. Why don't you talk about that or say something about it then? Because it's all fake. We are being gamed. Our politicians do not care about us. You do not matter to them. Stop voting for these fools. These the fools that are telling you everything is fine when it costs $1 billion to go grocery shopping. These are the same people that's telling you everything is fine when we graduating kids that can't read and can't write. Can't read, can't write, can't do basic addition and subtraction. And they're telling you everything is fine. These are the people that you see all of the empty lots and abandoned buildings in your neighborhood, and they're telling you everything is fine. But you can't afford to get a house in your same neighborhood that you live in because the housing prices are so out of control and there's no focus on first-time home buyers or you being able to buy where you live. But they make the laws. They can make changes, but they refuse to. We got all this extra money that they're charging us in tax for gas at the gas pump. What's up with that? Why are you taxing us like that? All these other income taxes and stuff that they charging us. Why are you taxing us like that? Let us keep our money. You're talking about all these programs. Then you come out in public yesterday telling me that you can't do nothing, that it's got to be the community. Well, then clearly we don't need none of these programs that you stealing our tax money for, because it ain't working. They spend tens of millions of dollars every single year talking about anti-poverty initiatives, talking about ending the homelessness crisis. But we got more homeless people now more than ever. Poverty is greater now more than ever. We got people working 2-3 jobs. 2-3 jobs. And they struggling to make it. And they struggling to pay for their kids food. This is real. And they tell you that they can't do nothing about it, but they steady taking your tax money. And they got $2.3 billion with a B. $2.3 billion for illegal aliens. Illegal aliens. They got $2.3 billion for illegal aliens. But people are struggling to pay their rent. People are struggling to buy food. Come on now. You got that money for these illegal aliens. You need to be giving it back to the people. At least don't charge us so much taxes. Let us keep the money that we work for. If you're working, you deserve to keep every penny out of your check. You should not have to pay income tax. We should abolish state income tax. It's ridiculous. And our elected officials continue to play in our face. I'm so frustrated with this. I'm beyond fed up. I can't believe that they came out here yesterday and played in the public face because family members died, right? And I wasn't going to say nothing because I was like, I'm not going to say nothing. But they said yesterday, Damon said, he said, it's not just for the people that died at Maplewood, it's for all the people. Oh, so now you're talking about it's for my people too. Don't talk about my people, because it's your fault that every single person that has died in the last 4 years has died. It's your fault, Damon. It's on your head. It's your fault, Cootie. It's on your head. And y'all need to be held accountable. Don't nobody want to talk about it, though. I'm more than willing to talk about it. Somebody got to talk about it. They came out here, they had the radio station and the news station and everybody all sniffing their buns, sucking their toes. It was disgusting. His own brother got up on the podium talking about, oh, we need to put the criminals in jail. I'm thinking to myself, do you know that your brother is the reason that we're not putting the criminals in jail? Do you know? I don't know if he knows or not. Because a lot of people don't know what the assembly does. A lot of people don't know what the Senate does, and that's what they count on. They count on it as being a popularity contest, so you can see them on the TV or hear them on the radio, so that you think that they out for you for good, but they ain't out for you for no good. They don't care about our community. What's being done in our community? Absolutely nothing. I lived in the Southwest pretty much my whole life. All I see is more drugs, more crime, more violence, more businesses shut down. Whole sections of homes which used to be owned by families are now rentals or college units. What are we doing? And I've never seen so many prostitutes in my life. You'd think that you're in Las Vegas, as many prostitutes is out here right now. It's crazy. And they all look cracked out too. I was talking to a crackhead the other day. They told me there ain't no more crack. They got some old new type of drugs. I don't even know what they are. I got to go ask the drug people about it because I don't freaking know. That's how bad it really is out here. But we can't talk about the issues with the drugs. We're seeing younger and younger people strung out on all these drugs, and our elected officials, Damon Meeks and Jeremy Cooney, ain't out here doing nothing about it. They don't care. They play in your face. They give a couple of dollars to some people that are their friends or that are supporting them. And we saw all of their friends And all of your supporters here yesterday playing in all of y'all faces when they get tens of thousands, some of them even hundreds of thousands of dollars every year from these people. Somebody need to say something. And if ain't nobody else gonna say something, I'm gonna say something. I'm gonna stand up. Because somebody gotta stand up and speak up for us. It's disgusting. Listen, I'm willing to stand up and fight to make a difference in our community. I'm asking, I'm requesting, I'm begging y'all, please help me fight for our community. Help me fight for our city. Help me fight for our state. Go to my website, Marcus4Rochester.com. That's Marcus4Rochester.com. Donate, volunteer, whatever you can do. Everything helps. Even if you just share my post, that's the most important thing you can do. Because we got to get this message out there. These people keep fleecing us. They out here prioritizing everybody else except our citizens. I don't like how this works. They out here prioritizing everybody but our citizens. It's as if nobody cares about you. It's as if nobody cares about me. It's as if none of them care about us, our future, or anything. Because the fact of the matter is, our elected officials do not care about us. We do not matter to them, but you matter to me. You matter to me. And it's about time that we hold these people accountable. That are our elected officials. Every single state assembly person, every single state senator up for re-election. They all need to be voted out. These are all Democrats. Okay? They're all Democrats. But I'm a Democrat. Here's the deal. If you're a Democrat or you're an independent in November, vote Republican. Because it's very clear that the Democrat Party is not serving our community well. 65 years, Democrats have been in control of New York State Assembly. So for 65 years, they've been in control of the budget, they've been in control of all the laws. And things just got worse. 50 years, everybody in the city has only been Democrat that's been elected. City school board, mayor's office, city court, all of it, only Democrat. Are things better or are things worse? They definitely ain't looking better since I've been born. So I encourage you, if you're tired of what's going on, I need you to recognize, even if you are a registered Democrat, these are Democrat policies in action. They're not representing you. This is not representation. They are doing us all a disservice. So in November, I encourage you, vote Republican. If you're Democrat or independent, you don't even got to change the party. Because it's very clear that Democrats and people have been voting for are disservice to our community. I'll tell you, crime is down. Does crime look down to you? Does crime look down? All the stabbings we've had overnight, all the shootings, crime look down. All of the drug addicts, homeless people outside, does crime look down to you? What's really good? Clearly, it's not public safety, it's not education, it's not housing, and it's not the cost of food that you eat or the homes that you live in. None of that's good. And all of them are the ones that are able to change this and make a difference, but they refuse to. Every year, whenever you go out and you vote Democrat, you might get a new face in office, but the Democrat Party still owns that office. Because it's a new nameplate, but they own the office. So they keep putting the same type of policies in. No matter what face is in there, if it's a Democrat face, those are Democrat policies. So if your neighborhood is suffering, if you don't like what's going on, that's all Democrat policies. 50 years, they've been in sole control in the city. They ain't got no excuses. 65 years, they've been in sole control in the state. They ain't got no excuses. So I encourage you, if you want to help save our future and save our children, donate or volunteer with my campaign for state assembly. Go to Marcus4Rochester.com. That's Marcus, the number 4Rochester.com. Share my page, like my page. This message needs to get out to more people because we can't have them keep bending us over and rubbing us raw in the behind with a rusty pipe, because that's what's happening. We're being fleeced, and then they'll tell you to like it. Well, I don't like it, and I'm tired of it, and I'm not just going to let it go by and happen. I'm going to stand up and I'm going to speak up about it, and I daggone sure ain't going to shut up. So I encourage you guys, all of you, this year is very important. We can vote all of them out of office, every single last one of them. But I need your help. Volunteer with my campaign. Like my social media, subscribe on my social media, share my message out for the people, for our community. Because somebody's got to speak up for our community. And it's daggone sure not them. But I'm going to keep fighting, and I'm going to speak up, and I'm going to stand up, and I'm not going to shut up, because it's time to take action, and I encourage you all to get involved. Reach out to me if you want to get involved and you want to pitch in. I'll catch you all later. Remember, stand up, speak up, and don't shut up. Take action for our future and for our children. You guys be blessed and be well.